Hello everyone. Back again with film recaps. In this video, I'm going to recap one of the horror mystery films from 2022, titled Huesera, The Bone Woman. Before we get to the storyline, I'd like to wish everyone a happy and great day. Without further ado, let's get straight to the storyline. The movie begins as we see a woman named Valeria climbing the stairs of a religious monument with her aunt. She keeps praying that God forgive her for the sins she has committed because she has been an unholy woman. After a bit of climbing, she reaches the top where a giant statue of Mother Mary is present. Valeria is then blessed by her aunt, and Valeria offers some flowers to the deity, and gazes at the statue. As the camera pans out, the majestic statue transitions into a ball of fire, hinting that something unholy is about to strike very soon. The scene then cuts to a few days later, where Valeria and her husband, Raul, are having intercourse. They're trying to have a baby, and Valeria even holds her legs high to ensure that his seeds reach the right place. Raul appears to be a caring husband. He does most of the house chores, including the cooking. As for Valeria, she likes spending time in her workshop, where she crafts various wooden items. That evening, she goes to a nearby park, and spots some kids playing with each other, and this makes her really happy. After all of her efforts, she is summoned by the hospital as her pregnancy results have come out. Valeria is handed the document inside an envelope, but she is too nervous to open it alone. Then, Raul returns home from work. Even in this sensitive moment, he allows her to do whatever she likes, such as smoking, as he doesn't want her to stress. Valeria then discloses that she got her pregnancy results. Both of them are very nervous, as they have been trying for a long time. To their delight, the results come out positive and Valeria is finally pregnant. The next morning, the excited couple goes to a store to get some stuff for their upcoming baby. Raul's mom offers to buy them a crib, but Valeria wants the first crib to be special, so she plans on crafting it herself. We then see the couple at the doctor's clinic. It is her 12th week, and she is nearing her delivery date. But Valeria's appetite for food is also reduced. To combat this, the doctor suggests she refrain from her carpentry hobby, which includes the usage of harmful chemicals. Valeria agrees and she decides to turn the workshop into her upcoming baby's room. But before putting all the tools away, she wants to prepare the crib. Later, the couple heads to Valeria's parents' home. Turns out it's Mother's Day, so Valeria buys some flowers, and gives them to her mother upon arrival. Everyone congratulates her on the pregnancy, but Valeria's elder sister, Vero, appears to be a bit hostile. She comments that Valeria isn't a kid person, and she never even comes to visit her nephew and niece. While having lunch, Mom reveals that they are looking for a babysitter to take care of Vero's kids for a night, as they'll be going to a party. Valeria offers to do it, but her mom and sister laugh at her. They bring up a rather embarrassing incident from the past, where Valeria accidentally dropped one of their neighbor's children down the stairs. Despite this, Dad allows Valeria to take care of the kids, as he believes this will be a sort of practice for her. Later, as the couple is heading home, they run into a woman named Octavia. She and Valeria are revealed to be old friends, but they are meeting after a long time apart. Nonetheless, they greet each other, and decide to catch up soon. That night, Valeria can't sleep, so she goes to the balcony to catch a breather. As she soaks in the view, she spots a woman on the adjacent house's balcony. Valeria tries to say hi, but the woman responds by shockingly twisting her neck before jumping off. No! When Valeria tries to check, the woman twists her body in an unsettling manner. Terrified, Valeria quickly brings her husband to the balcony, but the woman is long gone, and even her blood traces have vanished. This incident leaves Valeria deeply unsettled, so her husband comforts her. A few days later, Valeria is in a romantic mood, and expresses her desire to have intercourse, but Raul refuses, thinking that it will hurt their baby. At night, Valeria hears strange noises coming from outside, and tries waking her husband up, but he is dead asleep. So, she gets up from her bed, and goes to investigate alone. Valeria peeks through the main door, and sees this. Regardless, she opens the door, and goes outside to find out what's going on. She makes her way down the stairs. Here we see a creepy entity crawling towards the house, and the door shuts on its own. She then tells Raoul that an intruder has barged inside their house, but he calms her down and says there's no one here. He points at the open window and speculates it was causing the strange noises. At this point, we also see that someone is peeping at Valeria. The following day, Valeria's aunt takes her to a religious healing place for help. This aunt appears to be the only one who understands our girl. Valeria meets with one of the healers, who takes her to a separate room. There, the woman starts treating Valeria with her voodoo magic. After the procedure is over, the lady brings out a cobweb, claiming that the demon had entangled Valeria in it. But she assures her that she'll feel better in a few days. Valeria then asks if there's a way to get the demon out for good right away, and the healing lady claims that they only perform such dark rituals in extreme emergencies. As the days pass, Valeria focuses on renovating the baby's room, and her health also improves. During the next doctor's visit, the couple learns that their unborn child is a girl. This delights Raoul, but for some reason, Valeria is not as thrilled. That night, she once again hears strange noises coming from outside. So, she goes to the living room and closes the window. But when she goes back to her bed, two creepy hands emerge and break her legs. Raoul rushes to check on her, but upon checking, he sees that her legs are just cramping. He deduces that she had a bad nightmare, so he prepares an ice bucket for her before leaving for work. Later, we are taken to a flashback, to Valeria's younger days, where she is having a fun time together with her rowdy friends. Valeria then has a private conversation with one of her female friends, who turns out to be Octavia. They seem to be in love with each other, but they could not fulfill their romance because of their Orthodox families. Octavia is now thinking of moving to another city for work, but Valeria sadly informs her that she will stay here. She will join college and graduate as it is her parents' wish. And this probably was the last time they met in the past. Back in the present, Valeria decides to meet her ex-lover. She goes to Octavia's house, where they reminisce about the past. One thing leads to another and they end up having passionate intercourse. This reveals that Valeria still has a massive crush on Octavia, and it is probably why she isn't thrilled about her pregnancy. The following day, an oblivious Raoul drops her off to her parents' house. Today is the day she has to babysit her sister's children. When Valeria enters the premises, she finds the family dog, Campion, barking uncontrollably. It's almost as if he's seen something. Her parents and sister are getting ready for the upcoming party, and they brief her with all the required instructions and depart. Now that Valeria is left alone with the kids, she tries being nice to them. However, the damn kids are very unruly, just like their mom. The little girl deliberately drops water on the floor, while the boy makes fun of Valeria for dropping their neighbor's child down the stairs. All this while, Campion continues barking at the top of his voice. Unable to take it any longer, Valeria storms inside the kitchen and cracks her knuckles, right when her fingers twist and snap terrifyingly. Valeria then sees the same entity from earlier, which detaches from her body and heads to the living room. Terrified, Valeria quickly drags the kids upstairs, and claims that an intruder has barged inside the house. Here, we see a shadowy figure outside the door. In the next scene, the parents return to the house, only to discover poor Campion dead. As for the kids, their hands have been covered with bruises because of the harsh way Valeria dragged them upstairs. This enrages their mother, Vero, and Valeria claims that she was only trying to protect them from the intruder, but no one believes her. Instead, Vero comments that she is unfit to be a mother and hopes that Raoul will divorce her soon. This statement causes a fight to break out between them, and Valeria immediately leaves the room. Outside, she is comforted by her aunt, who assures her that everything will be fine. But Valeria knows that she has been possessed by the entity, so she wants to go through with the dark magic procedure. In the next scene, we see Valeria at home, all dressed up and preparing food. Raoul's friends are coming by and they are planning to have dinner together. However, Valeria is completely out of it, and she's not in the mood. Later, as the group is having dinner, Valeria once again experiences strange visions. She spots a spider in her food, prompting her to strike it hard. But when Valeria realizes what she has done, she gets embarrassed and leaves the dinner table. To calm herself down, Valeria goes to the baby room and lights a cigarette. But to her horror, she spots the entity, which emerges from beneath the crib. Valeria then rushes out of the room, and Raul rushes to check on her, but he soon smells something burning. When he goes inside the baby room, he is shocked to find the crib burning in flames. After the guests leave, Raul scolds his wife for her crazy behavior. She tries to reason that she saw an entity, but he thinks she has gone mental. Raul also knows that she had an affair with Octavia, and that she scared her nephew and niece last night. The following day, Raul brings his mom to take care of Valeria, and they also decide to put her on antidepressants to cure her condition. Despite this, Valeria sneaks out of the house, and goes to meet her lover at a rave party. The two catch up on the rooftop, where Valeria expresses her desire to be with Octavia and leans in for a kiss, but the latter refuses, claiming she doesn't want to be a sidekick anymore. She claims that in order to make their relationship work, Valeria has to be serious. They get into an argument, prompting Valeria to storm off from there. Unfortunately, when she reaches the dance party, she is overwhelmed by the flashy lights and music. Valeria also spots freaky visions in the middle of the club, and experiences extreme stomach ache, and drops to the floor. Turns out she's gone into labor. Fortunately, Octavia rushes her to the hospital, and Valeria successfully gives birth to a healthy baby. Raul is delighted by the news, but Valeria doesn't even bother holding her baby in her arms. This further implies that she isn't ready for motherhood, and all she wants is to be with her lover. Valeria is discharged from the hospital and now she is finally relieved from the burden of pregnancy. Raul hands her the baby and heads to work. After this, Valeria tries breastfeeding the baby, but it hurts her a lot. She resorts to bottle feeding, but the baby doesn't like it and starts crying uncontrollably. Fed up, Valeria abandons the little girl and heads to her bedroom. But even in her bed, she can hear the baby's cries through the monitor. This makes her go crazy, and her bones start cracking in a terrifying way. Valeria rushes out of her room, and then we can see someone slowly taking the baby away. In the next scene, Valeria is awakened in bed by a call. But when she checks the monitor, she realizes that her baby is missing. Panicked, she rushes downstairs, and looks for her everywhere. Moments later, she hears her baby crying, and without wasting any time, she quickly looks for her. But to her surprise, she finds her in the fridge. Thankfully, the poor baby is unharmed. In the aftermath, Valeria decides to extort the demon out of her body once and for all. Octavia drives her to the healing location, but she isn't so sure about the process. Nonetheless, she wishes her good luck and departs. Once there, the healing lady warns her that this ritual is very risky, but Valeria has already made up her mind. The ladies quickly get to work. They first wrap the baby in a blanket, and then start chanting voodoo stuff at Valeria. The procedure is so intense that it looks like they're about to sacrifice her to the gods. After a while, Valeria is dipped into some sort of holy water, and when she comes out, she finds herself in another realm. She slowly goes out, and we can clearly see the demon lurking behind her. Here, she must find the same blanket that the healing ladies had covered her baby with, so that she can end the entity that always follows her. Valeria reaches a dark forest, where she eventually finds the blanket her baby was wrapped in. Unfortunately, things won't be that simple. She comes across a group of entities that are twisted and turning. Valeria tries to run away, but the group immediately encircles her and breaks her apart. This symbolizes the battle with her inner demons. Despite being heavily injured, Valeria doesn't let go of the blanket. Soon after, she sees the entity in front of her. This entity wears the blanket and walks away. She then turns back, revealing herself to be another form of Valeria. Now, the demon inside of her has finally left. After the ritual is over, Valeria comes back to life. The procedure was a success, and the mother-daughter duo is finally out of danger. But Valeria isn't content with this life, and she certainly doesn't want to be a mother. The movie ends as she abandons her family, packs her belongings, and leaves to stay with her lover, Octavia. It seems she has still not learned her lesson. Okay guys, that's all the recap of Huesera, the Bone Woman. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next video.